Lesson number 2, how to find the trend. In lesson 2, you will learn how to find the trend of the current market on different time frames. Okay, so what we're going to go over in this video is how do you actually find the trend of how to trade, okay? Is the trend up? Is the trend down? This is more very basic technical analysis, but I'm going to show you a couple of things that are a little unique, just different ways to perceive it. Okay, a lot of people sit here and say, hey, the trend's up or the trend's down, or follow the trend you hear, right? Well, what does that really mean? Well, it depends on the time frame. Okay, as you could see, for a while the trend was up, right? Now the trend is down. Okay, but this is on the daily time frame because price broke through and we're no longer trending higher. We've broken down. As we're making higher lows, we broke down. Okay, but if you look at potentially a monthly chart, the trend still might be up, right? Because on the bigger time frame, you actually are making a higher low. And that's all a trend is. Higher highs and higher lows, or lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and I'm going to explain and we're going to break it down. Remember, this is kind of more the day trading side of it, but remember what the bigger trend is, okay, to be able to help give you the advantage. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this down to a 5-day, so actually let's do a 20-day 15-minute chart. Okay, the reason I say that is so we can actually see the bigger picture. What exactly is really happening, right? We kind of fell, okay, and if we actually go back in time, we're going sideways, right? The trend was sideways. We finally broke down, okay? So let's go to our price level tool and just draw a couple lines, okay? The trend was sideways, and then all of a sudden the trend was down, right? Now, what makes a trend? Well, pretty much a trend is just looking for swing highs and swing lows, okay? And in this example right here, okay, we made a high, a low, a higher high, okay, and then now we made a lower low, and then once we did that, okay, from this low, we're actually starting to fall apart, okay, and price is going lower. So what's happening is the trend was sideways for a while. Now we're actually in a downtrend. So now what's happening is on the bigger picture, right, we're actually making a low here, and then we rallied and made a high, correct? But then what happened was this high was lower than all these highs, right? So we'll start from this point and price falls. The minute this, by one tick, okay, or 1 penny, whatever you're looking at, the minute you break this previous low, then that high, okay, from here to here becomes a swing high. Okay, so again, I'll repeat that and I'll zoom in. The minute we actually make a low, we rally, okay, and then we break below this previous low by one tick, 1 penny, whatever, okay, this high is now become a swing high. Okay, so we now have a swing low with a swing high. And this price falls, right? We break below, we rally, but as you could see, we made a lower high, right? Because price tried to rally, and then it reversed and fell and broke below that low. So this now is going to become a swing low, right? We come all the way down here, we make a low, and then we bounce. As we bounce, what happens? It reverses and makes a new low, right? So the second we make that low, this is another swing high. and so on and so on. So what you want to do is start to draw these out, okay? And this is more to see where potential levels of support and resistance might be later on in the future, and I'm going to show you how all this works. So price falls, right? We keep falling, we make a low, okay? And we're going to put there, we try a rally, and then price falls. The second price falls back here. What we do is we come over here and we mark off that swing high, okay? And then what we do is we just kind of come over and keep drawing it. We make a low here, swing high here, okay? And then we fail, make new lows, correct? You could say this guy right here is a swing low, swing high, okay? But look at this. Look at how interesting this part is right here. So these lows is we fail, or where it acted as support because old support becomes new resistance, right? Price actually rallies and then comes back down, fails and comes back up, right? And then we fail again and we make new lows. Okay, so far what I've shown you is how the trend is lower, right? Because no high has been taken out by its previous high yet from all this, right? It's just kind of like a stair step. We're stair stepping lower. Boom, 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 right? But now look at what happens over here, okay? We make these lows and then we actually break above this swing high right here, right? That was kind of like the last swing high. We fail. Now this high right here is above this high. So what we have is a reverse of a trend. Now if we actually go out a little farther and maybe draw a trend line, okay, from here all the way down, right? You'll actually see price kept kind of bouncing its head, right? Fail, fail. Well, here we're now above it, right? We kind of got above or touched this trend line and pulled back and then broke above. But now we're able to see how this high right here, okay, and what we'll do is we'll mark this off, okay, it pulls back, okay, and on this pullback, look what happens. We break above by one tick, right? That one tick now tells us this is a confirmed swing low right here, okay? I know there's a lot of lines on the chart, but trust me, these lines are going to come in very handy later on. Now I'm going to show you, right? So now we make a swing high, right? We start to rally, we pull back, okay? But look at the pullback. We kind of break below these swing lows, right? This previous swing low. This is what's called a failed swing high, right? But then we actually never break below this low over here. So this is a very dominant low. So let me remove this trend line, okay? So we make a swing low here, and then we start to rally, okay? And guess what? We make a swing high right here, okay? Because price actually starts to pull back. It's kind of like if you just take a trend line and draw it like this, okay? But once price breaks through, usually that's the reversal. Okay, and then how far is it going to pull back? That's anybody's tell, right? But all we're trying to do is identify the trend. So we now have, okay, a new swing high right here, right? We pull back, but again, we're not going to know this is a swing high until price breaks above this level right here. We know this is a swing low down here, right? But we don't know that this is a swing high until price breaks on the pullback until price breaks above. So the second price breaks above, guess what? We're going to use that as a swing low. Okay, and then we just kind of keep going, but look at how price keeps failing at all these previous swing highs, and these previous swing lows keep acting as support, right? Let's look at this this swing low right here, okay, where was support. Here it acted as resistance. Here it acted as support, right? And so on. But what's happening is we're actually able to identify all the trend just by looking at all these swing highs, right? So let's real quick erase everything. And this time, all I'm going to do is I'm going to circle, right, on the bigger picture. Swing high, swing low. Sorry, swing low, swing high, low, right? Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. Okay, we keep on every pullback. What's happening is we're making a higher low. Correct? Okay, that's all it is. That's all the trend is where you're making higher highs. So you rally, you pull back, but you only pull back about halfway, right? You're not pulling back all the way back to the low or breaking that previous low. You rally, you pull back. Again, we're higher than this low. Rally, pull back, rally, pull back, rally, pull back, right? But then if we draw a trend line, we could see, hey, look, the trend is up. Okay, but then what happens is price makes that high and then we fall, and then now we break below, okay, what was this swing low right here. What was a swing low, we actually broke below and we made a new low, right? So we kind of mark this off, then we rally, and then we make a new low, right? So what happens is now the trend is lower. And then again, if we draw a trend line, okay, price breaks above that trend line. As price breaks above, now we're going to start to look for swing highs and swing lows. The way to trade these, okay, swing highs and swing lows, is to look for and identify what's happening and then buy on the pullback. Because if you mark these off, hey, here's a swing low, okay, we know there's a low, and then we start to see price rally, okay, and we start to see price rally up. Well, what happens is on the pullback, we know we could potentially buy here using this swing low as our exit. And guess what? So maybe you want to do a 50% retracement, right, from here to here. Also, you're drawing trend lines, right? So once you draw that trend line and price breaks, and this price is starting to pull back, okay, maybe kind of go, hey, maybe are we in an uptrend or a downtrend, and try and identify, hey, where's the best trade location to enter the trade. So this series has been how to trade the trend. Okay, and next we're going to talk a little more about the trend, but also support and resistance. Okay, that's going to be in lesson number 3 coming up next.